Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndySanders.net. Let those with inner conflict figure out their own truth. And this is something brought up from a couple of business partners of mine that were really mentioning this thought on Facebook. Where one had mentioned a good point as far as I'll just say word for word. He says as far as a strange fact about human nature is that most people will prefer to hear a lie that supports their existing beliefs and decisions than hear truth that is contrary. And obviously, he also mentioned as well that this means that even when people ask for your opinion, unless they really want to know it, it has parentheses, which is rare. Share your contrary thoughts on the matter, even if true, can damage the relationship. And something that also he brought up a good point, what Winston Churchill said as well, which is very true. The truth is inconvertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. So, my point is, in saying all this, is as far as why you want to get into conversations what can be sometimes lead to sometimes arguments. You see this, well, my goodness, here in the United States every 4 years when it comes to the U.S. presidential election. Because now everybody, well, I don't want to say everybody, a lot of people want to seem to be like they're politicians. We have no idea what's going on in Congress. For those that are outside of Congress, which is a very high percentage, even the people that I know personally have never been a politician or not in Congress. So it's not like we know what's going on just because we might see something online, whether it be social media or wherever we found information. So who are we to all of a sudden to think that we know what's going on? Yes, we do know as far as the government system's corrupt, but guess what? That's been that way for like literally almost for over a century, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, why in the world would you want to just go and debate somebody who, let's say, might be of maybe opposite party, knowing well that you say something, it could trigger off a point for an argument for whatever reason. And sometimes also too, this could lead to other different things as well, as far as somebody's having a strong belief on something, even if it's not true. So it goes for anything. You can see like it, how business is going, like maybe religion, relationships, raising kids, wherever. It's just really pretty much it's just go along that lines with Winston Churchill said about the truth. It's still going to be there. But those that might have the inner conflict, not saying no, by the way, let's say you might get in a debate with somebody that they have some inner conflict. Not saying that they do, but at the same time, let people to figure out their information for their own selves. If they choose to go after it, something Napoleon Hill has always urged as well, as far as going out to just research their own information. And at times, a lot of people would not. Napoleon Hill mentioned that in The Master Key to Riches. A lot of people would not go do their own research. He strongly suggested, but how many people really take the time to do so? Other than maybe find out an article online or talking with people that goes back to what my former business partner mentioned as far as agreeing, or some around the lines as far as like agreeing with maybe a lie that's not true, but it goes with their belief of what something is. I've seen this also too in the home-based business profession, whether it be offline or online. People will be quick to talk about scam here, scam that, and I used to go and argue back as far as, well, how job systems or corporations, Americans, or let's say corporate America set up, it is like in a sense scam in itself. I've also argued as far as maybe what universities and colleges are teaching us when it comes to this really everyday living. And then you try to go and apply what you got that degree into the real world. You see where I'm going? Different things that could lead to different possible arguments. And again, why even go there? Other than this, maybe suggesting something. If, again, somebody's open to it, to let them know as far as where to find some information if they choose to go and look for that. But again, like I said, this comes down to them choosing to go and find information for themselves, like I just mentioned. So something I just want to leave you with, because again, it's good to just let people just go and figure out the information for themselves. So if you got value for what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below. I'd like to see this video. That being said, I'll see you in the next video.